Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
We take a look at Leonard. He has a huge vote total right now, number 3, in fact, among Western Conference players.
And looking more and more like he'll be a starter. And that's really a tribute to the work he's put in this season. He's earned each and every one of those votes.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, "I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all. Play the right way and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win." And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
No, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wings. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Lowry. It's Najee in at the 4. And for Orlando, Carter out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Suggs. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. Got that one up quick.
Already such a complete offensive player, yet every year Kawhi Leonard develops his handle just a little bit more.
Harden scanning the floor. Carter, that's good.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
Now here's Leonard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with. Incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. And it also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
And the basket by Harden.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 5 over Caldwell-Pope. Again, Los Angeles.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Reid with it. He's covered by Ayton. Reid the pass to Harden. Carter with a screen on Lowry. 6 to shoot. Harden dishes to Carter. Here's Suggs. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
And no one really crashing down on the backside. A breakdown defensively.
Here's Leonard. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Here's Suggs. And again, it's Orlando converting. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The Clippers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Leonard attacking over Caldwell-Pope, and again it's Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 11.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Suggs. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Rabbit's foot in the shoe that time. Got lucky because the pick has to be better. It made no impact, but they still got the score.
George. Reid with the block. Leonard against Caldwell Pope. On the wing, Harden. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Shoots a fader, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Carter's got his second bucket.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Here's Suggs. 6 points for him. And Orlando again with the bucket. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Here is Harden. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And the basket by Harden.
And the league has to be more aware of Harden, especially when he's operating that close to the basket.
Leonard looking over the floor. And finished off by Leonard. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Suggs with the ball. 8 points for him. Harden kicks to Suggs. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. Lowry passes to Ayton. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside, George. Leonard against Caldwell Pope. 8 feet away. In deep. Leonard drops it in. Leonard's got 19 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now, here's Suggs. By George. And that one's good. Suggs.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Leonard against Caldwell Pope. Leonard the pass to Najee. George with the ball. Ayton sets the pick for George. Here he goes. Over Suggs. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
PG playing behind the pick and roll, able to use his size. Pretty good decision that time with the basketball.
Trying to get open is Carter. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
One thing about Kawhi Leonard's defense, Brent, his quick hands really help him.
Well, isn't it incredible, Kevin, every year how many steals Kawhi gets that are so much different than any other defender in the NBA, where he literally rips that ball away from any offensive player and takes off down the other end of the floor.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Carter. Porter comes in for Suggs.
Find the lane.
And Anthony subbed in for James Harden.
One shot.
Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And Greg, when it comes to load management, why do we see more of it now than when you play?
Well, for me, the science of sport has evolved. And it's not just the athlete. It's the technology and the science that goes into making a better athlete. That's why you're seeing load management far more acceptable to the masses now, understanding that this is about the long game.
Leonard with the bucket.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And maybe we don't talk enough about what a great teammate Lowry is. Passionate. He leads by example and always vocal.
Get 3 teachers. Let's see who's the loudest. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your 4-on-7. Who's coming out of the court? Come on and get loud for your 4-on-7.
McDaniels, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Kawhi Leonard.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
Anthony against Lowry. Porter passes to Anthony. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Here's Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Leonard's got 27.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Anthony finds Porter. Shoots over Powell, and it's Orlando with another.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Outside Leonard. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Now you settle in and you watch the show coming from Kawhi as he's filling it up and doing it in a lot of ways.
Porter passes to Anthony. Over Lowry. Again, the Magic score. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Goes up with a stripe. Again, the Clippers.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Anthony kicks to Reed. Pass to McDaniels. Tipped away. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Kawhi playing at his own pace. He can really control the game off the bounce.
Anthony looking it over. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Outside Porter. Shot clock at 5. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
His first.
While we got a moment, let's now show you the teams that have led the NBA in blocks during the past month. Fourth, the Magic.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
And the first one at the line is good. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Kyle Lowry. And he can't hit the second. Los Angeles leading by 3. Passes it to Kennard. Back to Ingles. Now Kennard with the fadeaway. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
The pass to Anthony. Banked in off the glass. Anthony's got 8 points.
He's firing on all cylinders. Has to be happy with his 4 of 5 shooting from the field so far.
Now, here's Kennard. D right on him. Pass to Ingles. And there's Enes Kanter on the assist from Ingles. And the Clippers lead by 5.
This is a guy who plays with a high motor and who enjoys contact. Kanter feasting inside.
Pass to Porter.
2 minutes remaining.
Driving to the basket. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, not explosive. Kanter shows some mobility right there on the pick and roll.
Anthony, the pass to Porter. And he finishes nicely on the way. Porter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
There's Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now, here's Ingles. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The kick out to Williams. It's Powell on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Reed. 23 points for him the last game against Chicago.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Count that bucket.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Powell against Porter. Now Powell. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Knicks in New York. There's the drive. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. That will count. He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles, and his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We come back right after this.
All right.
And one of the most prolific offensive rebounders in the league, Enes Kanter, breaks down the impact of that particular play.
Goes to an extra position, and it's demoralized the opponents. And I think it gives my teammates so much confidence. Tell them, hey, shoot it with confidence. And if you miss him, I'm going to go get it for you.
And Greg's so valuable, having players who don't need plays called for them to have an impact.
And he's shown he can score in the paint, but if he's not getting touches, he can also go and attack that offensive glass.
James Harden.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
I think that's also set up a lot of knockdown jump shots.
They've got Wendell Carter. Harden out there with White. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Batum in at the four-man position. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And passes like that demonstrate just how much Kennard is a team-oriented player.
Here's White. Yep, that one goes in there. White's got his first bucket of the night.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Shot from 12. And again, the Clippers good for two.
Just smart use right there, Paul George in the mid-range.
Harden outside. Carter with a screen on Lowry. Here's Harden. He feeds it to Carter. George against Caldwell-Pope. Carter with a screen on George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Caldwell-Pope for 3. The long distance three is buried. Caldwell-Pope's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
And that one's good. George has got 8.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. To the paint. Here's Carter. And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for him.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And Wendell Carter Jr., not the biggest center, Greg, listed at 6'10". In fact, most reports would have him pegged at 6'9".
And Carter Jr. plays like a 7-footer. Got that 7'4" wingspan and great head on his shoulders that levels the playing field with his height.
Here's George. After the made shot from Wendell Carter.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it. And just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
White, good. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
PG showing that's a signature dunk from him.
The Magic trail by 8. Passes it to Carter. Outside, White. Going inside. And he banks in the layup. White's got 6.
Now, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Outside, George. From 11 feet away. Again, Los Angeles.
Oh, man, Paul George right now, he's on fire, and the D looking helpless.
Harden against Lowry. Wide, a screen on Lowry. Caldwell Pope on the wing. And the rejection by Ayton. Lowry with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for James Harden.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now here's White. He's got 6. He dishes it to Harden. Over Lowry. Not as good in the Los Angeles lead. It's cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Harden.
That sweet lefty stroke of Harden. So sound in his mechanics. A tremendous jump shooter.
On the wing, George. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. George with the bucket. He's got 18.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
To 407.
For the Magic, Daniels is checked in for Batum. Suggs comes in for Derek White. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for James Harden. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Leonard's checked in. Porter looking it over. And there's the pass to Suggs. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Suggs has got 16 points.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
And just tax a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Here is Porter. After the basket by Los Angeles. Good on the bucket. He's got 9.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Unloads from 13. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And Kawhi Leonard's going to take that shot all day long.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Leonard driving in and finished off by Leonard.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
So for the Clippers right now, outside the wings are George and Leonard. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Ayton. It's Najee in at the power forward.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Carter with the screen. Here's Harden. And the rejection by Ayton.
Nice timing as Ayton's up there for the rejection.
Lowry against Caldwell Pope. Now here's Leonard. He's tightly guarded. Ayton sets the pick for Lowry. 4 on the shot clock. Reed with the block. Pass to Suggs. To the middle. It's deflected. Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. Over Caldwell Pope. Again, the Clippers. And you look at the 2021 draft class. Just some unbelievable talent at the top.
I mean, Cade Cunningham, for me, probably is the consensus best player. But, man, you got guys like Suggs and Green and Kuminga with that rare athleticism. And how about Mobley? He really defines what a modern-day big is supposed to be. I mean, what more could you want?
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by Orlando. This is a Najee. Ayton dishes to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Lowry passes to Ayton. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Ayton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Harden. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that. Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. 2021 was an unusual season, to say the least, for players, coaches. Brett, there was a lot to adapt to. How do you think you would have handled the condensed schedule?
It's a good question, Kevin. I think just obviously you'd have work to do and show up every day to do it. And commend a lot of the players, not just in terms of the level of competition. It was all the other things that they had to do in order to suit up on a nightly basis, not playing in front of crowds. I mean, that is a love of the game type of season that, of course, I hope we never see again because of the circumstances around it. But the players do deserve a lot of credit. And the fans that hung in there and started to show up towards the end of the year to support the players deserve a lot of credit as well. And I'm glad we're through that.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're 4th in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
Yeah, and when I look at the Clippers, lately they've been off their game just a little bit. It's led to them losing that top spot here in the standings.
True, but do you believe they're still not elite? There isn't any squad that won't have a few down periods over the course of the season. I'm not going to be shocked if they're back on top before the end of the year.
Now, here's Suggs. 19 points in the game. Takes it inside. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Which loudest section wants a t-shirt? All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your 407.
heads here to check out the stats for Paul George. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month, averaging 21 points per game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
He loves to get up into the uniform of his opposition and make you work for everything that you get offensively.
Clippers leading by 9. Outside Leonard. Outside George. And again Los Angeles with the triple.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Now, here's Suggs. Defended by George. And that one is good from Suggs.
The shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now, here's Leonard. Non-stop scoring machine here. Lays it up off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Carter sets the pick for Suggs. The pass to Harden. Carter sets the pick for Harden. Lock at 6. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Defense getting 2.
White the pass to Caldwell Pope. He kicks it to Suggs. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it fly from 18. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Harden. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight. Harden out there with Suggs. Then it's Contavious Caldwell Pope. Then there's Derek White. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now, here's Suggs. And the rejection by Ayton. And then Carter with the jam. And here is Los Angeles now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Ayton kicks to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Pass to Ayton. Takes it off the glass.
Such a tremendous physical profile that Ayton has. He's getting it done down low.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And the rejection by Ayton. Powell, the pass to Leonard. Pass to Najee. Fires the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity, and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And the Magic making a change here. Reed's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Harden against Powell. Harden outside. Carter sets the pick for Harden. Driving the lane. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 13 points in the second half.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Lowry against Harden. Lowry passes to Leonard. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And here is Suggs. Driving inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Suggs has got 25 points.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense. Quick move to the bucket. And you get the lay-in.
Here's Leonard. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And here comes the break. Here's Harden. Plays it up and banks it in. He has 29.
And when he's in the open court, Harden has one thing on his mind. Finish.
Caldwell Pope against Leonard. Over Caldwell Pope. Another bucket. Wow. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Reed kicks to Caldwell Pope. There's the lob to Harden. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
That basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Pass to Reed. Takes the three. Hands it from downtown.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Outside Leonard. Right wing. Najee passes to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the drive. And the shot is good. Leonard's got 8 here in the quarter.
And herein lies the problem with trying to defend Leonard, his versatility. You take one thing away, he hurts you with another.
Suggs passes to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
T-shirt time. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your 407. To 407.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them, this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Najee. Now here's Leonard. Over Caldwell Pope. Another one goes. Incredible.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Suggs passes to Harden. Caldwell Pope outside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists in the game.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Leonard. Good. That's another bucket.
Make that 61 points.
Yep. Everything is going his way right now. Harden against Lowry. Down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. And that's now 27 points for Jalen Suggs. Up top, Leonard. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Harden to pass to Suggs. Caldwell Pope. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, shaky defense there. Giving up the bucket plus sending KCP to the line.
Paul George is checked in for the Clippers.
First team foul. At the line for the Magic, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. At the line for one.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Harden against Lowry. The feed now to Leonard. Takes it off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And sometimes it just feels like Leonard enjoys converting on the difficult shots. It feels like backbreakers to the opponents.
Now, here's Suggs. Feeds it to Carter. And the rejection by Ayton. Carter against Leonard. Now the pass to Ayton. Over Caldwell Pope. And Ayton the bucket on the assist from Leonard.
And you love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game. Just able to find teammates and rack up assists.
Suggs passes to Reed. Yep, that one goes. Reed's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Oh, Ayton in position.
And how about the experience of Lowry on full display there? Just finding the open man, and guy's been doing this for now over a decade.
Here's Suggs. Pass to Harden. Caldwell Pope outside. Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Harden kicks to White. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Clippers.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Cole Anthony. That's his 4th personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
And you know, Lowry, the consummate floor general, his leadership on the court and in the locker room really brings this team together and makes them an effective unit.
Make some noise. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your 407. Coming onto the floor for the Clippers.
Here's Reed. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's a high percentage.